Well, hello, Reagan Raiders. This is Coach Carey, and this is going to be my first attempt at something that it's going to be new, but we're going to do it, and it's going to be the Reagan football vlog for everything that is Reagan football. And the idea behind this comes from the world that we live in with technology, where we can reach lots of folks. Is something that we want to leverage so that we can send the positive message of what's going on in high school football out to as many people as possible. Everybody sees what happens on Friday nights, but it's a little more difficult sometimes to hear the very good and positive message of what our kids are learning from their experiences in high school football. So that's what we're going to do with the Reagan football vlog, and we're going to do it with our Anchor FM station and every other different kind of way that we can. So I want to talk about last night's game. It was a tough loss. If you were at the game or if you saw the score, it did not go our way. And the kids felt that. It was not something that was particularly enjoyable, but I wanted to take a little bit of time to give some shout outs to some kids that played well. On the offensive side of the ball, Tyree Sanders came in and gave us a spark. We're happy to have him back with us, and I know he's sore today, but he played well and did a good job. Our young sophomore quarterback, David Rivera, is taking over the reins. Ariel Montalongo was out for the year, and that's going to be something that David's going to have to take over, and we're glad that he's in charge, because he is a young sophomore that's going to do a good job for us. So good job taking the reins last night, David, and we know you're going to continue to improve. On the defensive side of the ball, we had Javon Hodges lead us in tackles. He's another young sophomore, and I think he had 15 total tackles. And then Daquan Donaldson is a ninth grader that's playing varsity for us. He had 10 tackles, and he does a great job on defense and is going to be a good 4-year starter for us. So, that's the football part of the game. We wish that we would have had a better outcome on the scoreboard, but that doesn't always happen. And so that leads me into the most important part of what I want to do here on this very first episode of the Reagan football vlog, and that is talk about what's happening at Reagan over the last 5 or 6 years and why it's important to kids. We've had a ninth grade team, a JV team, and a varsity team every single week since we started 6 years ago, and that's a testament to the kids pushing through and taking care of their business. It's a big deal to do that, and it's because the kids have fought hard. We have not run the clock one time since we've been at Reagan, and we're really proud of that, and it's again because the kids refuse to quit. The players' behavior, during the game, nobody's throwing their helmet down. Nobody's walking off from the huddle after the game when I'm talking to them. And guys, that's a big deal, because a tough game like last night, you see that happen a lot, and we're really proud that our kids have decided that they're going to behave a certain type of way and to make their community proud. So those are some things that are happening at Reagan that I think are awesome. And then, man, if you ever have a chance to come to one of our walkthroughs in the old mall, it happened last week, and it was the coolest thing that I've ever seen. And so our band, dance, cheer, the school spirit that you see at Reagan is just awesome. Our student council is making run-through signs, and it's at an all-time high. And so that's something that we really hoped would happen here. And that's kind of a segue into what the mission statement of Reagan football is. We have a specific mission statement that we set years ago, and it says that we're going to use the platform of Texas high school football to positively impact our school and our community. And that's what we want to do here. And so if we look at a loss where we had a bunch of points scored against us and we didn't score a lot of points, how can we frame what's happening so that our kids can manage to keep putting one foot in front of the other and know that there's value in what they're doing? And I think that what they've done by the way they've behaved and brought a ton of school spirit along with all the other organizations here at Reagan, they are accomplishing that mission right now. And when we talk about how it's going to affect the individual kid, we talk a lot about being great husbands and fathers. And so that's going to be the extension for the individual young man in Reagan football, is while they accomplish that mission statement of positively impacting their school and community, they're going to become better future husbands and fathers as they face adversity. Our kids faced adversity, and I was in the locker room with them at halftime. I was in the locker room with them after the game. And just to kind of bring you into what that felt like, there's a bunch of kids that are sort of looking for answers. And if the answer is that you have to win to be good enough, that's just not the truth. The truth is that you have to strive to be the very best person that you can be. And when you do that, you're going to be able to face all the adversity you're going to face when you become a husband and a father, because it's way more difficult than any football game that you'll ever have. And so we think that our kids learned that lesson this week. That was the message that I wanted to send in this first installment of Reagan Football here on YouTube. And we're going to continue to try to send out the positive message to everyone about what it means to be a student athlete at Reagan, what we are trying to accomplish. And we really believe that as we grow these young men into great future husbands and fathers, and that as we attempt to positively impact our school and community, that what's going to come along with that is a whole bunch of really exciting wins, playoff runs, and the sort of thing that Texas high school football has come to be known for. So we love you, Reagan Raiders. Please share this with everybody that you know, so that we can make sure that our community and school are lifted up and having a positive impact on our youth. Okay. Go Raiders.